But that's fine. That's because we love our job and we love playing the roles that we're playing. And so, that being said, nothing necessarily comes to mind that isn't already a movie and hasn't already been played by an actor. I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't. A lot of the books that I really love have been turned into movies, so.
Thank you for staying with us and with Dean.
Well, absolutely. It's a good gig, and I enjoy it, and I'm glad you do too. Hi.
Hi. What's your impression as an actor of Dean's character development over the last season? And in particular, do you think Dean's acceptance of the mark of Cain was an act of self-punishment for Kevin's death?
No, I don't think it was punishment. I mean, Dean feels a lot of guilt, and he's felt a lot of guilt for a lot of years. It's kind of something that it's a part of who he is. But I don't think that it necessarily drives any one decision that he makes. I think that he decided to go to say yes to the mark of Cain because he got focused on a mission. And Dean is very mission oriented. You give him a task and he will do anything and everything to make it, to complete that task. And so I think that that when Kevin happened and when the truth about Gadriel came to light and all these things happening and the fact that his brother was like, yeah, I don't really care about you anymore, and all of these things kind of played into the fact that he's like, well, you know what do I have to lose at this point? So, yeah, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to do something, and I'm going to go down swinging, and I'm going to try to at least swing for the fences, and maybe I'll hit a home run, and maybe I'll strike out, but damn it, I'm going to go to bat. And I know that's a baseball reference, and probably most of you are like, what? But anyway, that's kind of what I think he was feeling in that. It was like, you know, there's nothing to lose anymore, so why not? And then the first part of the question was, what do I think about the evolution of his character?
Yeah.
I mean, you could write a dissertation about the evolution of Dean's character at this point. I think that I like where it's gone. Could it have gone 1,000 different ways? Sure. I think where it's gone has fit the story well. I think there have been turns and twists that may have not been necessary, but were, and they've then, I mean, look, everybody's done things in their past where they're like, maybe I could have done that a little differently. And I'm sure there are those things, those decisions that Dean made in the past that he may have looked back on and been like, maybe I didn't make the right decision there. But you know what, it's made me who I am today, and that's what I have to live with. So I like where Dean is today, so my impression of his evolution is positive.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
Hi, Jensen. If you had the opportunity to be a character in any musical play, which character would you like to be?
Any character in a musical play?
Uh-huh.
Is this a trick question?
Yes.
Great.
Musical, which one do you like?
Well, I've been in one musical.
Oh, really?
For those,
Yes.
I'm sure, I don't know. Does anybody know that I've been in a musical?
Yes.
What musical? West Side Story. Who did I play? What? No, Tony. So, in my very early years, I played Tony in West Side Story, and that was the first and only time that I've done musical theater. That being said, I know kind of the classics, but that was a pretty fun role. I didn't expect to get it. Trying to think of some of the other. What's your favorite musical?
Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge? Well, you and McGregor did a pretty good job. I don't know that I want to even touch that. So, what else? What else do you like?
What is it? The one with Grease. I've been seeing that in the West End.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Must be Ollie.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's no one character that I'm dying to play, you know. It's but if I got a chance to play Danny, or if I got a chance to play Jean Valjean, I don't know. I'd probably pee my pants.
But you'll be very good at it.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. I'm not so sure, but thanks. Hi.
Hi. I wanted to ask you, what are your favorite aspects of friendship Dean and Cass have?
That Dean and Cass have?
Especially in season 9.
They didn't have much of a friendship in season 9, right? I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of Dean and Cass storyline in season 9. Personally, I kind of enjoyed that. I think the whole Dean and Cass thing has gotten a little out of proportion. Some of you know what I mean. So I, you know, personally, Misha and I were a little glad that it you know. that got kind of snuffed a bit. But that's not to say that, I mean, obviously there is I think it's a kindred spirit. I think I think Cass finds identity with Dean because Cass is a bit of an outcast. You know, he has chosen free will. He has chosen to be outside the realm of where he should be technically. And I think that he has made decisions that that go against kind of what he is supposed to make. And Dean does that a lot too. Dean is he's a bit of a rebel and a bit of a chauvinist jerk. But I don't know that Cass identifies with that. But I think that there is a part of Dean's life and the decision making and the way that he handles, you know, the whole scenario of heaven and earth and hell and the apocalypse and purgatory and all of these things. He has a very clear kind of conscience about it. It's like there is right, there is wrong, there is black, there is white. It's very clear a lot of times to Dean. I mean, obviously things can muddle that, but for the most part, I think that that's what Cass can possibly identify with, and it helps him to make the decisions that he makes. So I think the kindred spirit is the relationship that they have. I don't think there's anything secret to their relationship, even though a lot of people wish there was. And I certainly know that Misha and I don't play that. So, yes. Thank you. Hi.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for an amazing performance this season, especially with Mark Kane. And you said earlier on season 10, bring on the challenges. I was just wondering if there was anything specific you're looking forward to. Maybe also considering how you're going to play Dean, but also maintain the Dean that we know and love.
Great question. And I will say that with every twist and turn of the storyline, I've always taken comfort in knowing that I can find the Dean within that storyline. No matter where they throw us, like, you know, I'll use this as an example. French Mistake. When they called us up and said, listen, this is an idea that we want to throw at you. What do you guys think about going this far out of the box? And my only request was, do I ever not play Dean? They're like, no, you're always Dean. I'm like, then I can play Dean in any situation. I can find a way to play him because I'm close to him. I know him a little bit. So I think that to add the demon aspect is going to be challenging because I might not be able to outwardly play Dean. So it'll be very internalized, which sometimes doesn't translate to screen. You know, as an actor, you have to find a way to relate that to the screen, and that can be a bit of a challenge. I think Jared's done an amazing job in the challenges that he has faced with Sam, playing Sam, being somebody else, but still showing bits of Sam. I you know, hats off to him. I've always really kind of had to play Dean for the most part. There have been little episodes here and there where I've gone off, but so I'm interested in what the writers are going, and really that's going to dictate where Dean goes is the way that they write him. But I have a lot of faith in our writers, as they have a lot of faith in us, and I think the collaboration will hopefully be something that you guys enjoy. So fingers crossed.
Sure will.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.
First of all, I want to thank you for your other work, except for the Supernatural. It's 10-inch Hero.